Hello. It is your mom of three in NYC, and I'm back with another video. Yay! And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Taneza. I'm the mother of three growing children living in the heart of New York City. I would love for you to join my YouTube family, my tribe. All you gotta do is hit that button that says subscribe. All right. It's crazy because it's like 50 and raining and cold here in New York, but like the sun just came out and it's so beautiful. All right, so this is a review. Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 18. Season 16, episode 8. Home stretch. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. What's our safe word? That's the title of this episode. All right, it's a lot. A lot happened this episode. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Nicole and Chris, they return home from the retreat, the couples retreat. They had a good time. A lot of growth with most of the couples there. So Nicole had given Chris a code word for when she is becoming too negative or she feels like she's being too much. And the code word was pineapple. Chris is like the sweetest guy ever. I mean, he's depressed and needs therapy, no doubt, but he is like the nicest guy. So they got home, they're unpacking. He tells Nicole, like, we don't need a safe word. We don't. And he feels bad that someone in her past told her that she was too much because she's not too much. So he wants to get rid of the word pineapple, but also the pineapples all over their apartment. I am proud that Chris stuck up for himself. He spoke up and stuck up for himself. And I'm proud of you, Chris. I'm proud of you. She moved they had pineapple light all over. Tchotchkes all over. And she said, okay, we'll move them to my office. And she did that. That was funny. Jasmine, Eris. It shows them in bed. Eris thanks Jasmine for a really, really fun weekend during the couples trip. He tells Jasmine to continue to speak up for herself. That's the best version of her. And that she can feel free to initiate. And I was getting excited when he said the word initiate. Tribe. He said a hug or a hand grab after 2 months. I mean, I'm not here to judge anyone's journey, but he said initiate. I was like, ooh, intimacy. Yay, yay, yay. He said a hug or a hand grab. Oh my goodness. I was like, a hug, a hand grab? Jasmine says that she wants Eris to continue creating a safe space for her. Gina and Clint. He's got a connection with Hank. And that's going to be the saddest part because, guys, come on, let's come close. Gina and Clint are not going to stay together. Don't fool yourselves. Please don't. And the thing I feel worst about is that Clint will not have Hank anymore because he loves that dog. And so, yeah, they go get coffee, gets him a pup cup. Kirsten and Shaquille. I feel like a teacher. Kirsten and Shaquille. Kirsten meets with her brother William. They have I think, brunch together. Kirsten says that they're not having intentional conversations. She is not 100% emotionally connected to Shaquille. He is not affectionate. Like, there's always something. Kirsten is wearing me out. She's wearing me out and stressing me out. Shaquille is such a good guy. And if you look, you're always going to find something that's not perfect about someone. Why? Because no one is perfect. No one is perfect. No relationship is perfect. Why don't we just maybe try having a conversation where you just highlight the amazing things about him? Because it's giving me tired. It is. public service announcement. Shaquille is not trying to win her over. Kirsten wants to take initiative, though, with her family and have a get-together at their apartment. So she's inviting her mom, her brother, and then she and Shaquille will be there. And she says, go by Dad's house soon. I said finally, but I'm going to believe it when I see it. She has still not introduced her husband to her father after 2 months. Call me crazy. My dad would have none of that. My dad would be like, who is this guy? Like, even if, he wasn't here for the Married at First Sight experiment, shouldn't, you're living with the whole man. Doesn't your dad want to at least give him a once-over? I'm so thoroughly confused by that relationship. I truly do not understand it. I don't. I wish my daughter got married to somebody. I mean, she's 10. Slow down. She's 10. But imagine baby girl getting married to someone, even if Hubsters was not going for it initially. After a few days, after a few weeks, after a couple of months, he's going to want to see who this man that is living with his daughter is. That's just crazy. In the comments below, is that not crazy to you guys? Is that not crazy? Am I crazy? Let's keep going because I could just stay here forever. Nicole and Chris, his brother is a life coach. They go to look at vintage cars. And he asks Chris, what can Nicole do better? Nicole is very self-critical about her body. And I get that she's insecure, but I know, is going to therapy. She needs to increase therapy. And that's really unattractive. Hearing someone complain about themselves all the time is no bueno. And part of the work, right, is changing what you say. Even though the thoughts may be there, you as an adult trying to be a better version of yourself, you have to stop. Also, that's hyper-focusing on you. When you're complaining about how you look, what your body looks like, how you look in this, how you looked in that picture, that's you. So part of it is taking a pause and saying, you know what, let me not focus on me. I have this great husband, let's focus on him. But be kind to yourself. No one wants to hear that. That's wah, wah, wah. Debbie Downer. It's not cute. It's not cute. Decision day is fast approaching. And they're going to say yes. Usually I do it at the very end. I'll do it as we go throughout. So Clint and Gina are going to say no. Nicole and Chris they're a shoo-in. Unless something happens, Nicole and Chris are going to stay together. Come on. When she said her dog, she gave up her dog. Because he can only have 2 dogs and he has 2 dogs. That was a winner chicken dinner for him. He was like, wow, she's amazing. They're together. No need to waste any more time. They're together. McKinley is back. Yo! McKinley is back. We see McKinley working out with Clint. I said it in my review. I want to say 4th or 5th. They're on their honeymoon. And McKinley had a thing for Gina then. McKinley has a thing for Gina now. Yo. McKinley's like, I do not understand. How are they not attracted to each other? Why? He finds Gina she's the perfect catch to McKinley. I have in my notes. Not that McKinley wishes that he and Gina had been matched. Ooh. You can feel that, but you can't say that, McKinley. Oh, you guys, what would happen if, we already know they're saying no, Gina and Clint, and then McKinley winds up with Gina? It would be forgivable only because Dominique broke up with McKinley. That's why it would be forgivable, because she's the one that ended it, not him. He was caught off guard. McKinley thought that he and Dominique had a spark, but he was wrong. She ended it, and that's why it would be forgivable, because let's keep it 100% real. We all know Gina is still harboring resentment because of what Clint said on the honeymoon about her body type. So that's why it would be forgivable, because they're both scorned. They've both been scorned. They've both been the victims. The victims. We gotta talk about Gina later. Yo, Gina, she gives it to Clint. She gives it to Clint. So McKinley is back out there dating. Again, McKinley wishes that he and Gina have been matched because they're both entrepreneurs. They're both hard workers. And he finds her very attractive. I wonder if Gina knows, though. Maybe, I don't know, behind the scenes? I don't know. Clint's got a lot of sailing coming up. Kirsten and Shaquille, they FaceTime. Oh, Shaquille FaceTimes with his friend Sherman. Shaquille rates their relationship 6 or 7 out of 10. He questions where they are in their marriage. They're growing, but are they growing together, he asks. Sherman asks, how is her family? Shaquille talks with his family often. He makes sure that Kirsten is part of the conversation. He's got the phone on speakerphone. Kirsten has been closed off. He has not yet met her dad. That's just so weird, you guys. That is so weird. Initially, like, okay, I get it. Kirsten's trying to, like, save face in case they don't work out. But I think that wouldn't a father rather meet too many guys that you have been involved with versus not enough? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And then Shaquille said something. I read it word for word. It was so meaningful. It said, I just want to be included in Kirsten's life. That's all he wants. Because he has made the effort to include Kirsten in every single aspect of his life. Jasmine and Gina. Yo, when Jasmine said, both of our husbands are not attracted to us, I felt so, you guys, my heart hurt. I was like, that's how they see themselves? That's so sad to me. But anywho, they decide, make the best of it, get their sexy back. They go to a pole dancing class. First surprise Jasmine by showing up at her class. He makes it rain. Bands that make her dance. Bands that make her dance. It was cute. It was a cute moment. I really like Eris this episode. I really feel like he's making an effort. I really want them to work. I have a bad feeling that it's not going to happen, but I really do want them to work out. I was glad that Eris saw her in this light. So I'm glad that Eris saw Jasmine like just being a sexy woman. I really like that. Good move. Kirsten and Shaquille. Kirsten comes home. Shaquille's cooking breakfast for dinner. Yo, when Kirsten says that she's inviting her family over, Shaquille is so happy on the low. He is so happy. And he asks her, like, what do you think? Like, why do you think it took this long for this to happen? And her answer was people's work. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, that's not a reason. And Shaquille says, no, people make time for what is important to them. She's like, no, their scheduling has been a problem. He's like, for 2 months? You can't just stop by? She says, no. I said, weird to Shaquille that Kirsten's family has not shown up, checked on them, made sure everything's okay. Kirsten wants to feel that Shaquille likes her, wants to be with her. And Shaquille did not know that Kirsten felt this way. Because, I mean, they showed the video footage of, like, him coming home, basically, what's up, and going straight to the bedroom. And I understand. After a long day sometimes. And so I really feel like it's the editing. The producers are editing it, right? They're showing. Those are probably the only times it ever happened in the last 2 months. Kirsten just wants to always feel wanted and wants to be courted. And her love language might be gentle touch and words of affirmation. So she may need that physical contact. You can't have it all the time, but maybe now that he is aware, Shaquille can increase. Jasmine and Eris. The experts sent them an intimacy surprise. Different toys to spice up their SEX life. Jasmine puts on a blindfold. Eris gives her a foot massage. To me, that was very intimate. To me, Taneza, I thought that was very intimate. He was very good at it, apparently. Jasmine uses the back massager on Eris. He's appreciative. Eris wants Jasmine to slap him. Something tells me it's not his first time on this rodeo. Because he's like, harder, harder, harder. He's into that, I said. Eris says he feels a shift. Is that attraction growing? But we have 1 week left, though. That's the only thing. 2 whole months, and then you have 1 week. Like, I don't know. I just wish something had popped off during the retreat when he came back and he had missed her and she had missed him. It's gonna be just sad to me if they say no. It will be sad to me. 4 days, not even a week. 4 days until decision day. Nicole and Chris. Nicole FaceTimes with her dad. I don't care about the conversation. I'm sorry. It's the same conversation they always have. He's not a serial killer. I mean, her dad's like, her dad's her dad. I'm not here to judge anybody. I don't really want to spend time on that conversation. Sorry, Nicole. Gina and Clint. Gina's friend Marlon cuts his hair. It's all right. This is a big deal, I think. I think it's a huge deal. Clint has not had his hair cut in 8 years. 8 years. This is a real, in my opinion, a great gesture of Clint for Gina. Why did she say his hair is like Hank's fur? When Marlon finished his cutting, Marlon asks her opinion. Gina says, looks good. Those are the words that come out of her mouth, but her face does not say it looks good. Her face says, that's all you're taking off. That's exactly what her face said to me. Is that all you're... I mean, he definitely got a haircut. You can't deny that. But in terms of the length, she was like, oh no, you can cut more, cut more. She should have texted Marlon. Be like, Marlon, go check your phone real quick in the bathroom. That was funny. Not enough cut for Gina, LOL. The Sultan of Swag. He wants to be so cool so bad, and he's just not. Like, Clint is corny. He is corny. Kirsten and Shaquille. God is directing their path. They want to keep faith first. Shaquille wants to attend church together on a regular basis. Kirsten wants the spiritual connection with Shaquille. Shaquille has been praying for their marriage. Kirsten says she prays every day. And I put, they go to church, ? Because they're the only people there. They're like video in it. It's definitely a church. They're definitely in a pew, but like nothing is going on. So maybe they went to church. This is after service. Jasmine and Eris go to a psychic reader who analyzes their signatures, reads cards, and reads their palms. That's all I'm going to say, because she was full of baloney, in my opinion. Full of baloney. I'll give you one example. She tells Eris she sees him as like a 5 or 6 year old at a table. A woman brings him a plate of food. Ma'am, that happens to everyone. Everyone has been 5 or 6 years old. We've all sat at kitchen tables, and a woman has always brought us a plate of food. Like, what? Stop. Who's that woman? My girl. Stop. No, she's baloney. Baloney. Because she knew what she was on. She knows that she's being filmed for Married at First Sight. She knows the pretense of the show. Stick with him. He's got a lot of growing up to do, but he's got a good heart. He wishes you the best. Be quiet. All right, that's it. I'm not even going to give her any more minutes because she was full of baloney. Baloney. You hear me? She's a fraud. A fake. No, I'm not here for her at all. I was not here for her at all. You could tell they got a lot out of it, though. I will say that. Eris and Jasmine seem to get a lot out of it. But ma'am. No, ma'am. The day of the get-together for that Kirsten's having with her family and Shaquille at their apartment, brother can't make it. He has to work. Mom still comes. I just thought it was so sweet when, like, on the phone with her mom, Kirsten's telling her where to park in their garage. And Shaquille goes out to meet her. Like, he is such a good guy. She asked how the marriage is going. Shaquille says that Kirsten had her guards up. They slowly came down, but now he questions, does he have his guards up? Her mother said, put expectation. She gave some good advice. This woman right here has been in relationships. Mama gave them a word. She said, put your expectations down. You will miss out of really living. Enjoy each other. Laugh. Read. Growth comes from living, not from expecting. I said, that's a word right there. That's a word right there. You all are missing the good. Like, I don't know. They're a toss-up. I think they'll stay together. But they're stressing me out. Gina and Clint are struggling the most. So they get two visitors. They get a double header. Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, who is, after this visit, is not a fan of them ever again anymore. They're less than 1 week from D-Day, Decision Day. Dr. Pepper is there for accountability and to see if they have shown responsibility. So she's checking on them at home, and she kind of goes over her assignments last week. And I think they thought she was suggesting things for them to do, and she was assigning things for them to do. So they're like, oh, we've been just so busy, the retreat. She's like, did you watch the movies I told you about? Like, no. Why? We didn't have time. She's super, super, super annoyed. She says that, what was I doing here last week? Like, what was I doing here for? Like, they did nothing she encouraged them to do. And I honestly think it's because, and Dr. Pepper is probably taking it more seriously than they are, and which blows my mind. They're married, and wouldn't you want to be doing what an expert says might help the relationship? The answer is no, because they're not going to stay together. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of time to them. They're not staying together, you guys. And I feel bad because they're really trying. They're really trying. These experts are trying to help Gina and Clint. But Gina and Clint do not see it for themselves. They don't. Gina's feelings have not progressed past friendship. But she hasn't done anything. Oh, Gina's hurt. Gina needs therapy. She's unresolved trauma. Gina has unresolved trauma. She is hurt from Clint, but also from previous relationships. Yeah. She needs therapy. So at the wedding, there was lots of touching and kissing. And that's like no-go currently. So Dr. Pepper asked a really, really good question. Was that real? And they said, we were kind of going through the motions because we knew that's what was expected of us. And Pastor Crowell asked, is what you guys want out of life not compatible? What is Clint's, like, what's his answer? I didn't understand him. I was like, Clint, tons of commonality? Clint and his answers, his pre-written answers, I didn't understand what he said. What is the problem? The experts ask Gina and Clint. The physical aspect. There's no yearning to get romantic. And I have no clue what Clint meant when he said that is the stopgap. What? Clint, speak English. According to Gina, she has no physical attraction. In the beginning, she says that Clint's personality is wild. He has bizarre energy. He's always the life of the party. She feels like it is second-hand embarrassment. She has not felt like, it goes on. She kept going. I haven't felt like a wife, always felt like friends. There's no act of pursuing at all. Y'all, tribe. Even the fact that Clint cooks on a regular basis. We see that. We've seen that in the apartment when they've had friends over. We saw that on the retreat where he literally cooked every single day for the entire group. Even that is not enough for Gina. You know why? Because Clint is cooking for Clint, not for Gina. What? What? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Clint's face. I actually felt bad for Clint. Shocked. Clint is shocked. This is all brand new to him. About his personality, being the life of the party. Like, Gina's looking for anything, any straw. She's grasping. Her feelings are still hurt, period, right? Her ego is bruised, period. And now she's just grasping at straws. So yes, she brought up the fact, episode before last, that, the night of his birthday, he got wasted, he had a hangover. Like, come on, Gina, it's his birthday. Yes, he got wasted. He did. It's his birthday. You're on vacation. It's okay. She's grasping now. Oh, but he's such a great cook. And yeah, but it's not for me. It's for him because he likes to cook anyway. There's never any intentionality as a husband. He's like, how did this come up? He feels like she sidelined him, and she did. I'm gonna stand by it. It's a no. It's a no. It's a wrap. His ego, that's it. That's it. That's it. Gina went in too hard with these experts. And she went in too hard, in my opinion, to help herself save face. That's Tanae's opinion. Gina went extra hard on what Clint's doing wrong because she hasn't made any effort. There's been no change since they met last. She's done no work, but she wants to save face. And I honestly feel bad for Clint. I feel bad that Clint loves Hank. And he's not going to see him anymore. All right, tribe. Who do you think's going to make it? So Nicole and Chris are definitely going to stay together. I think Kirsten and Shaquille will. I think Jasmine and Eris are a toss-up because I think it's a no, unfortunately, but I want it to be a yes. And then Gina and Clint are going to be a no. It's a wrap. She did him dirty. She said not one good thing about him. Secondhand embarrassment when we're out in public. It's all right, tribe. This recap is 30 minutes long. I'm going to try and get it down. My recap is the length of half the episode. But any comments, please drop them. Who's going to make it, you guys? It's almost over. Who's going to make it? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in our next review. Bye, tribe.